All right. Let's see. Let's get this rolling. Good evening. Hey, my case. Looks like it's just you and me today. Oh, Eric and Miro. Hey, gang. I may frighten people away today, just because, contrary to the conventions of a lot of Berlin school, we're going to work in a major key today and be kind of happy. So if this is not cool and you run away, that's all right, because I found a VCS string patch that I'm really excited to use tonight. Actually, before I even bring these ARPs in. So yeah, tonight we're going to be, hey Garen, we're going to be working in a major key today, at least for the first half or so. Anyway, let me leave this running. Let me tell you what the plan is. So we're going to work in a major key for the first half of this, maybe for the second half, but at the very end, I'm going to show you, I figured out how to do key changes on here. And one of the things I'm trying to do on the Metropolis, actually like doing key transitions in a relatively easy manner. And one of the things of January in general is I was getting more skilled on using the modular over the course of January is the goal. And all the little discoveries I make as I'm going through this month, I'm squirreling them away. And the idea is, right now I'm just jamming, but by the end of the month, I'd like to be able to do a performance up to that has certain musical maneuvers that I like to do, like closer to arrangement than jamming, but live arrangement, right? I want to be able to do full, good harmonic key changes and things like that. I want to be able to control those transpositions and things like that. And I don't know how to do it very well. I don't know how to orchestrate it in the modular, certainly. In the box, sure, right? But the point is getting this beast to do it too. And I figured out how to change keys manually in a musical way, right? It's easy to just brute force, change key, press go. But it looks like I can do it voltage controlled, right? So yeah, it's synth. Yeah, Onyx it is. It's gonna be chiller than usual tonight. But I figured out how. I think I have to RTFM a bit more. I think I can voltage control key changes and root note changes. So I can build up a jam, like build it from scratch, right? That's what I've been doing, right? Start with nothing, build out the patterns, get it to a place where I like, in A minor or something like that. And then using voltage control offsets, I can sequence a shift in key and root on the existing patterns, and they'll all click into the new key and root. It's really fucking cool, man. I think I can. I can't demonstrate that tonight. Tonight, I'm at the very end. I'm just going to demonstrate the key change mechanism. But the point is, hopefully by the end of this month, I'll be able to actually do the kind of arrangements that I want to do in this. Because a lot of times, I get in here and I jam, and it's like a one chord jam, and that's fine, and it's a groove, and you get into it and you start, self-hypnotize yourself, and that's fine. But I want to do a little bit more, and I'm trying to learn as I go through January. So today we're going to be doing major key stuff, just so that at the very end I can take the patterns that I've got here, flip them over to a minor key in real time, and you can hear what that sounds like. It's really fun. Now, I also said, so I pulled in the PPG third wave yesterday, and I found this VCS synth string patch. I normally play intervals. I tend to play intervals in a root of some kind. I don't play triads with my hand. Right? The grids are. You could do triads on the grids, but they're friendlier if you just do intervals. Right? And phonics. Let's see. Click the wrong invite. Oh no, you're looking at tomorrow's stream. Okay, go to sleep and just come to tomorrow's stream, man. It's okay. But I generally don't play the root and the third. But this string pad is so nice. It just... You're going to hear a lot of thirds tonight. It's just the way it is. Right? Because you can do shit like this. Right? It's right out of pick your romance movie. Oh, backstory about romance novels. So, while I'm playing this string patch, I'm going to noodle around on this. Let me put a drone on here. There we go. All right, while that's running, we'll just play over it. And I got a story about romance novels. Welcome to Synth Seeker. My wife loves romance novels, all right? And a couple years ago, 5 years ago, bring this down a little bit. A couple years ago, they made a documentary called... I can't remember what it is. Something between the covers or something like that. And my wife dragged me to it. It was a husband and wife thing. It was like, I want you to come to this movie with me and prove that you love me because I know you're going to hate it, but I want you to come with me anyway. So we went, and it was fascinating because it was about the romance novel industry. A lot of interesting things about it. It's the only thing that's keeping the publishing industry lights on is because romance novel readers are voracious and they read like 10 books a week. And so that supports having enough authors who can put out more than 10 books a week. It's fascinating. So like 90% of the paper printing revenue for printing industry comes from romance novels. Anyway, there's a fascinating metric for you. Now, while I'm playing these romantic chords. So there is a convention, like a con, like Comic-Con, right? My wife goes to Comic-Con with me when we go. Went back when my son we were going every year for him. And I got a few comics in the closet. And she's like, there's a romance novel convention. I want you to go with me. It's in San Diego. I'm like, all right, I can take one for the team. I love you, sure. And she's like, you're going to have to dress up. I'm like, all right, like a pirate? Like, dress like a pirate? She's like, one night? One night? What do you mean one night? She's like, on the other night, you're going to have to dress like an Irish laird, she says. Laird? The fuck's a laird? She's like an Irish lord, Scottish laird. I'm not sure. I know it's a huge faux pas to juxtapose Scotland and Ireland, and I apologize if I just did, but she said laird. I can't remember if it was Irish or Scottish. I think it was Scottish. I'm like, all right. She's like, and then on another night, you're going to have to dress like a Victorian gentleman. Like, how many nights is this thing? It's like, it's 3. Like, all right, I can do that. So we went. It involved a lot of shopping for costumes because I'm not a slender reed. So I ended up getting a real kilt or a real-ish kilt, like ordered from overseas, and I went and had a great time, right? But so if you have the opportunity to go to a thing called the Historical Romance Retreat, go. You just got to wear costumes, but it's super fun. Anyway, that's my romance novel story. A little metric. Romance is cool. It's keeping the industry running. And I got sucked into doing an event, and it was okay. All right. So let's bring in some patterns here. It might have been TMI, right? Hey, Sadie. Yeah, it's day 6. Eric, you've done the root. Yeah, some modules have like an input, 1 volt per octave input for the root, and then another one for like intervals or something like that. Laird McStark. No. So my maternal grandmother is Irish, and she is a McNulty. So I don't have any Scottish in me. My wife does, though. So she's occasionally had a little Irish in her. What is the time anyway? Yeah, time is irrelevant. I'm not even worried about time zones anymore. You guys can work it out. All right. So we've got these. We're in a major key. So these are going to sound like happy patterns. So, and we're also working in 6. So it's kind of waltzy. In that romance sort of feel. I did have to waltz at that convention. So, I don't know if there's a whole lot of Berlin school that sounds like this, but the techniques are Berlin school. We can call this the prog part. We'll say this is the floofy John Anderson happy music. All right? Will that work? And we'll put this into. Hold on. I do have this waiting for us. I hope that comes over the net the way it's coming through my headphones. I like that. Let's stick that in a pattern. Let's do this. All right, got a loop. Just imagine John Anderson singing in the background. VCS string back in. Ooh, volume. What I don't have is a graceful way to end this bass line. Let's see. Let's play with the patterns a little bit. So let's do this. Let's isolate the patterns for a second. Let's just listen to what we got here. So this is what we've cooked up. It's real simple. Like, my recipe hasn't changed. Let's see. Got it. Say 5 pinned in. Hey, man. Thanks. Welcome aboard. I'm going to ignore the chat for a minute. So let's talk about these patterns. All right. So the recipe is still simple, right? This is, what is this? This is a 3-note pattern, a 3-stage pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. We're doing it in 6. Every 24 pulses of the clock, the reset happens, right? So I can make this longer. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So now we've got like syncopation. So if I bring in one of the other patterns. So like this first pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is a 6. I think this is a 6-stage pattern. Yep. And play this 6-stage over the 4-stage. We've got some C major beds. We're doing some bass soloing. And then so I was screwing with the we'll just listen to this in isolation for a second. I was screwing with the matriarch, right? And I was like, I met Keith Emerson once for real in my life. I met him at the Moog factory store in Asheville. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, back when Moog was reissuing the Keith Emerson like Model 15 modular. They found a bunch of old new parts, and they were like, hey, we can fix his and then also sell some more. And they asked him to, advertise with them. And I was in the store with my family. We were traveling through because we have family in Florida and family in Tennessee and family in the Virginias. And so we're driving. And went into the factory store, and there's what I thought was a replica of his synth there with the skull on it and very, everything. It was all the ELP, painting and logos and stickers and whatnot. And it was like behind a velvet rope in the showroom. And I was like, oh, that's cool. They're advertising the one that they came out. And then I was fiddling around the showroom playing with stuff. And I said, that's really cool. How much does that cost? And the guy working the counter was like, that one's priceless. That's his. He's picking it up later today. I went back out and told my wife, We're going to be here a while. That was also the day that I didn't buy a siren, the Moog siren. And I regret it to this day. I have a Minotaur, but I want a siren, but I'm not going to pay $1,200 for one. Yet. All right. What's going on in the chat? What do you mean ignore chat? Notice me. Okay. Hi, Sadie. All right. Let's turn on some patterns again. All right. Where are we? We're 20 minutes in. All right. I'm going to go till 8:30. Okay. Tomorrow the stream is earlier, sort of. Instead of being at 8 at night, it's at 9 in the morning Eastern time, which screws some people and helps others. So it is what it is. But tomorrow's stream will probably be longer than 30 minutes. And I have no idea what it's going to be about yet. You guys ever watch The Partridge Family? It's a show from the 70s about a family of musicians who go on adventures, kind of like live action Scooby-Doo, but no dog and no monsters. The pattern running here sounds a hell of a lot like the opening music to The Partridge Family. That never gets old. Yeah, Come On Get Happy. That was a song, Garen. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Partridge Family theme. That was a happy accident. Let's see how I did that again. Wait a minute. That was it. Okay. That's it. All right, last time. Fuck it. I'll figure it out later. I'm going to remember that. It's a cliche. It's some motif from somewhere. I don't know. Trickman Terry. Hey, man. Good to see you. Let's see. I haven't missed anybody, have I? No. All right. One more time. Yeah. All right. All right. 624. So, let's go to the science part, okay? So we've got these patterns running. And they're in C major, okay? Oh, nice. Sadie said goodnight and came over here. Oh, so there's a little drama here because Trickman and Sadie know each other from another server. Ooh. Anyway, so what's going on here? Discord is so incestuous. It's all right. Got these patterns running. They're running in C major. Let's turn them all on. I'll turn them all on, turn them down a little bit. All right. Now, these sequencers, these Metropolics, are key and mode aware. So if I press the scale button, if I find the scale button, there it is. On each of them it says C major, right? And there's a little lock on it. So it's locked into C major. And what I can do is I can turn these over to minor, C minor, and I can change the root if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to do the major to minor. And then at this point in my career, I'm going to go plunk and press both of the go buttons at the same time, and it'll switch the scales. But I think I can do that using voltages. I think I can set the scale and the root using voltages. And if that's the case, then I've got an offset generator that can generate a series of offsets for keys and modes. And then I can just sequence through or manually step through all the keys and modes that I want and set up sequences, set pre-programmed voltage offsets to move these sequencer patterns through a series of keys and modes. I'm really excited about it. So hopefully by the end of this month, I'll have figured out how to do that gracefully, right? So let's see. Who else is up? Hey, Rabbit. Oh, sorry, Wabbit. And someone new, Masood. Nice to meet you, man. So I made this mistake. Well, it was a mistake. I made this assumption yesterday. Most synth nerds are middle-aged guys. So if I misgender anyone, I'm sorry. Just let me know. Anyway, so what we're doing here in the last minutes of this stream, because I'm only going till 8:30, so we've got 4 patterns running. They're all running in C major. I've queued up the change to C minor, and we should hear, and it's a subtle change, relatively speaking. So I'm going to turn these up, and then we're going to go. It might suck. I haven't actually tried this. This is pure theory, not practice. Okay, ready? Go. Yeah, got a little darker. Let's do this. Okay. If that's actually C minor, should be able to move my bass over to C minor. I think it worked. That works. Okay, so I could do it manually. Now I just need to figure out how to do it with control voltages. And I think I'm good for doing arrangements in modular in a hybrid system. Woohoo! I'm excited about that. All right, how are we doing on time? 8:28. So I'm going to bring this down. Actually, let's get weird. Let's do one more change. Let's take it somewhere strange. Let's go to Locrian. Ready? Oh, that is weird. Yeah. All right, let's take it back to major. Yeah, resolution. All right. So that works. All right, last thing. We'll get one more of these in. Ready? It's 8:30. Garen's stream should be running at this point. I don't know He and I have worked it out. He's just going to roll when he rolls. If I run over a little bit, that's okay. It's not like we're sharing a stage. All right, cool. All right, let's look at the chat. So that seems to have worked. I'm happy with that. Yes, black keys. Locrian. I like Locrian. I like doing bass lines, like funky bass lines in Locrian, and then seeing what chords I can fit over it. Like I said, I'm not a super theory guy, but 5-pin din, you love my bass patch. Any vid to show you how you approach this? Yes. If you go to my channel, go to the community tab. Yesterday, I posted a post on the community tab saying a year ago, I did a detailed video on exactly how I make this bass patch. Exactly like what synths I use, everything. And basically, it's a tutorial on how to set up your own and explore bass patches. Although you could apply it for making custom instruments, basically. So yeah, go do that, 5-pin din. The matriarch should be my bass next time. Yeah, about 2 months ago, I did like a funk piece using when I first got enough of the modular up and running that I could start one pattern. I did this funky. It's called like Down at the Berlin Discotheque or something. It's the video that's out there, and it's just a performance of me, and the bass is the matriarch, and it is freaking awesome. It's like dunk 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 dunk. It's doing this arpeggiated, sort of syncopated funk thing. I really like it, and so yeah, I'll cook that up. For one of the upcoming ones. Let's see what else. What's the Moog? What's the Moog keyboard? So this is a subsequent 37, the CV edition, and this is a matriarch, Terry. This one, the one over here with the colors that looks like angry fruit salad is the matriarch. Yeah. And 5-pin, yeah, go find that. Just go look in the community tab under posts, right? Or just search for, if you search for Synth Seeker Rick Bass, you'll find it. Yeah, so, yeah, Terry, it's a matriarch. So, anyway, so thanks. I know it's short, but it's January, and I got to do this every night. So if I do long ones, I'll burn out or I'll run out of ideas. In fact, I'm out of ideas. I got to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. But really, it's just exploration. So I'll fiddle with the modular and the synths for an hour or two, and then I'll be like, that might be worth sharing, and then I share it. So, but thanks very much. If you I don't do pitches, right? I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to grow the channel or anything like that. But if you want to chat, you gotta. Join like the discords I hang out on are the New England synthesizer community discord, which is it's open, it's free, you can join that. I hang out on there more or less. I have a discord for Synth Seeker, but it requires $1 a month Patreon, and that's not to provide me with income. That's a gate that keeps the assholes out. And if you go, well, I'm not willing to pay $1, that doesn't mean you're an asshole. Okay. That's not what I mean. What it means is, I've been on a lot of Discord servers, and the ones that are open tend to have the ones that have like the drive-by release bombs, where like someone comes in and it's like, hey, our label just opened up. We've got 28 things dropping today. Everybody here, here's 1 million links to all the stuff that they're publishing, right? Or people are trying to sell their training videos, or like, I'll teach you, this one simple trick can teach you how to, make it go, right? So we don't do that. But if you want to hang out, just come to the streams. That's fine too. When January is over, I'll probably stream once a week. So if that's good enough for you, come to the streams. Get a Coke habit. It'll be cheaper. Yeah, for sure. Getting into modular in the spring. Oh, Trickman. I'm so sorry. So we'll talk. Feel free. You have my DM. Feel free to contact me. All right, guys. I am going to call it a day. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I'll be here again tomorrow morning for a slightly longer stream. Maybe, no promises, at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, if the Snowmageddon giant New England snowstorm of doom doesn't take my power away. And if it does, I'll try and post something to the community saying, no power, no stream. But thanks, Amphonics. Get some sleep, man. And really, that's about it. And I'll be back at 8 p.m. on Monday through Friday next week. All right. Hasta lambada, you guys. Have fun.